Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Troy, aka T King Mode, and welcome to the RotoBaller Fantasy Sports YouTube page. Make sure you like and subscribe. Today, we're gonna do some trade talk. 2 buys, 2 sells. Let's get into the episode. My first buy is Chris Olave. Chris Olave was unlocked in Week 10. Olave had 6 receptions on 8 targets for 94 yards and a touchdown. Olave has scored back-to-back weeks and has seen 8 or more targets for the 5th week in a row. Entering Week 10, he was first in deep targets, second in air yards, and 7th in targets. The writing was on the wall for a big week coming, but it's uncertain how long Carr will be out with his injury. But regardless whether it's Carr or Winston throwing in the ball, Olave is a huge asset, so you just gotta make sure you go out and buy him right now. My next buy is Trey McBride. Since Ertz has been injured, McBride has been a target machine. In Week 10, with the return of Kyler Murray, McBride had 8 receptions on 9 targets for 131 yards, which was a career high. Excluding the Clayton Tune week, he's been averaging 9 receptions, 12 targets, and 113 yards since Week 8. He's already a top 5 tight end, and I'd be looking to buy high on him right now because you'll get returns on your investment. I know the price might be steep, but in my opinion, it's worth it, so go out and buy him right now. My first sell is Christian Watson. He unfortunately has been underwhelming all season. Watson only put up more than 40 yards once this season. He hasn't topped more than 3 receptions in any game all season. He's very boom or bust, and he's been more bust lately. He has the upside, so you might be able to move him based off of that potential if someone needs like a high upside wide receiver. But in my opinion, I don't see him turning it around this year, so I'm trying to sell him ASAP. And my final sell is Will Levis. Looks like we need to relax on the Will Levis hype. We all know about his 4-touchdown performance, but since then, he hasn't thrown a touchdown in the last 2 weeks, and he has thrown 2 interceptions in the last 2 games. It's more alarming because in Week 10, the Tampa Bay defense was giving up the second most fantasy points to quarterbacks, and Levis couldn't deliver. It's not hopeless for him, but in my opinion, there's other QBs I'd rather have starting on my fantasy football team, and he, in my opinion, was just got a little bit of hype too early, so I'm trying to move off of him if anyone still believes in the hype, at least for this season, as soon as possible. Now it's time to summarize my buys and sells. My buys are Chris Olave and Trey McBride. Chris Olave's production has finally been matching his targets and air yards, and McBride is a target machine since becoming the tight end 1 in Arizona. And my sells are Christian Watson and Will Levis. Christian Watson is too boom bust, and Will Levis the magic has faded a little bit for me, so I'm trying to move off of the hype. Well, that's it. That's the list, folks. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure you like and subscribe to the RotoBaller Fantasy Sports YouTube page. Make sure you follow me, T King Mo, on all platforms. Thank you so much. I hope you have a good one.